Hey guys, welcome back to the Creative Restoration channel. I'm Doug Jiles. Now some of you may have seen my previous video that I did on replacing the rubber on your pool table. I thought I would do something a little bit similar in this video, and that is give you some guidelines as to how to go about buying a used pool table to begin with. For those of you who saw my previous video, you probably already picked up on the fact that I do service work on pool tables predominantly. As a matter of fact, I am the owner of Billiards of New Orleans. Been doing pool tables for about 30 years. I've seen everything having to do with pool tables. I've seen everything from customers getting fantastic deals on pool tables to people getting completely ripped off. My objective with this video is to keep you from getting ripped off. So, how do you keep from getting ripped off on pool tables? Well, there's a few simple rules, and for those of you that are interested, I have a complete buyer's guide on my website, billiardsofneworleans.com. I'll provide the link down below in the description, and everything that I'm telling you here, I go into a little bit more detail in my website, and it's a good reference for you to go back to and look up if you're serious about buying a pool table. The tips and the pointers that I give you for buying pool tables, you know, they can actually they'll transpose into so many different aspects of life, whether it be buying a car, buying a house. So let's get into the things that you need to do. So, number one, you need to set yourself a budget. Now, anybody will tell you, you know, if you're going to buy a house, you look at your finances and you say, you know, how much can I afford? Well, the same thing holds true with a pool table. Now, when you're buying a pool table, there's usually going to be some unexpected costs involved with buying that pool table that you probably haven't considered. Number one is going to be moving that pool table, getting it from point A to point B. That's always going to come at a cost. And if you think that you're going to do it yourself, well, you might be able to get it done. You might be able to get it from point A to point B, but there's a real good chance that if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to screw it up. Call around, do a little bit of research, find out for your area how much it's going to cost to get a pool table moved from point A to point B. If you have stairs involved, if you're wanting to put the pool table up on a second or a third floor, or if it's going down in a basement. Now, we don't have basements here in New Orleans, but let's say you do. There may very well be an additional charge to put that pool table to go up or down those flights of stairs. That's number one. Number two, you need to, you know, a couple of other expenses that you may run across are going to be new cloth. Again, the price that technicians charge to replace the cloth on a table could vary depending on your location. What it goes for in LA and New York is probably completely different than what it goes for here in the Gulf South. So call around, find out while you're on the phone with whoever you're going to have move it. Get prices on recovering it as well, and have an idea as to what type of cloth that you want to go with, because not all cloths are equal as well. And the price that you'd pay for, say, championship invitational cloth is going to be vastly different than the price for championship tour edition or Simonis. Have an idea as to what type of pool player you are, or what type of pool table, or what type of pool player you anticipate being long term, and try to go with the cloth that best suits your needs. That too needs to be calculated into the cost of that pool table, and, you know, calculated into your budget. The next thing that you need to figure out is, does the pool table need new rubber on the rails? Now, you saw from my previous video, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put the link to it up here, replacing the rubber on a pool table. And, you know, when you see the process of it, you'll understand why it costs what it does. Replacing the rubber on a pool table is not cheap. If you go in to look at a used pool table and it needs new rubber, you're looking at the cost of replacing the rubber and replacing the cloth. Like I tell my customers, you cannot reuse the rail cloth on the table. If your cloth is if the cloth that's on that pool table is more than a couple of months old, even if you go with the same exact cloth from the same exact manufacturer and all we're doing is replacing the rail cloth, there's a good chance that there won't be a match, that they will not match. There will probably be a slight variance in the color. So if you're looking for a dead-on match, it needs to be done at exactly the right time, at exactly the same time. You replace the rubber, you replace the cloth. So when you go to check out that pool table, whatever pool table you're going to check out, test the rubber on it. Go around the entire table and actually squeeze the rubber. Feel it all the way around, every one of the 6 rails. Feel that rubber. Does it spring back real nice, or does a ball hit it with a thud? When you hit a ball against the rubber, does it rebound nice and freely with little to no noise, or does it hit with a thud, or does it hit and just barely roll back? If it hits with a thud, or it hits and it just barely rolls back, it needs to be replaced. And that's not cheap. Like I said, if you replace the rubber, you need to replace the cloth at the same time. So now you're looking at a double whammy. And again, that needs to be factored into your budget. Now, typically what I tell people is that if you're into a used pool table for less than about $2,000, you're doing good. I know here in the New Orleans area, what I charge, and this is prices as of August of 2020. My prices have gone up over the years. In the past 30 years, naturally, my prices have gone up. But as of right now, a typical ground floor to ground floor move in the New Orleans metro area from New Orleans metro to New Orleans metro, reusing the same cloth, you're looking at about $500. If there's stairs involved, there's going to be an additional charge. If we're replacing the cloth on it, that's going to be an additional charge. Typically, I'm charging right around $400 to replace the cloth at the same time. If we're replacing the rubber, that's another $450. Now, I'm sorry, if we're replacing the cloth and rubber at the same time, usually I'll charge $350 for the cloth to replace the cloth, and another $450 for replacing the rubber. So you're looking at $800 right there. You're looking at $500 for the move. Now you're up to $1,300. To be at that magical $2,000 mark, you would have had to have bought that table for $700. Again, that's not the end of the world, and it's not impossible, but it needs to be factored in. Don't just automatically assume that, I buy a $1,500, I paid $1,500 for this table and everything's good to go with it. It might not be. I've seen people pay $2,000 for a used pool table, decent pool table, but needs new cloth, needs new rubber, needs new pockets, and these are all things that need to be looked at when you're buying a pool table. So that's setting your budget. Now, the next thing that you need to do is you need to do lots of research. If you see a pool table brand and you're not familiar with it, does it make it a bad pool table? Does it make it something that's not desirable? Not necessarily. There are lots of pool table manufacturers out there that make fine quality tables. Some of them you've probably never heard of. Some of them the average person has never heard of. Let's see, Renaissance. Renaissance was the high-end pool table for AMF, and they made a fantastic pool table, a very high-end pool table. Peter Vitale, they're out of business these days. Made beautiful tables. Gandy, for the most part. Now, not all Gandy pool tables were great, but most of them were. If you can find a Gandy pool table, they're great pool tables. But, again, you want to do your research. You want to look at... Don't be afraid to crawl underneath that table. Look around. Look for press board. Look for particle board. Look for solid wood. don't be afraid to get down on the floor, get underneath that table with a flashlight, look for cracked slate. You want to be as informed about whatever pool table you're buying as possible. You definitely don't want to buy something that you don't want to buy somebody else's problems if you can help it, regardless as to how cheap it is. There are some pool tables out there, I don't care if somebody gave it to me. I don't want it. It's too much hassle even for me. So that's the idea that you should be looking at too. Make sure that you get the most bang for your buck. You want to find out what that pool table sold for. If you can find it, you want the name brand of that pool table, you want the manufacturer, and you want the specific model. If you can't find that exact same model being made today, there's a good chance that there's going to be one that's very similar that's still in production. And you can kind of base your prices off of that as to what that table sold for brand new. Now, the dirty secret behind, well, pretty much all furniture is that, pool tables are no exception. They have the depreciation on them is worse than a car. The moment that pool table is installed in your house, if you buy a brand spanking new pool table, the moment it's installed in your house, it's worth half of what you paid for it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just the way it goes. So, if somebody comes to me and they're saying, I want to buy a pool table, what am I going to direct them to buy? I'm always going to direct them to buy a used pool table because you can get the most bang for your buck and you can let the other guy take the depreciation on that table. So, like I said, you want to do a lot of research. Research. Can't stress that enough. If it's a pool table brand you've never heard of, again, like Renaissance or Peter Vitale or Gandy, Beach Manufacturing, Spencer Marston. Now, I know Spencer Marston is still in business, but they make great pool tables. Golden West, Connolly, all of these are great pool table brands, but you may not have heard of them. In your particular area, that may be the go-to pool table. Great American is another one. Not everybody's heard of it, but they make pretty decent tables. So do your research about who the manufacturer is and which particular model you're looking at. And again, try to find comparables if they're not still making that model and get the most bang for your buck. The very next thing in buying a pool table is be patient. Don't ever think that you have to buy this particular table right now. The absolute worst thing you can ever do is be impatient. It causes you to make poor decisions. If you feel pressured into buying something, if somebody's trying to pressure you into buying a particular table, back away. If you think that this particular table is the end all and be all, back away. Take a breather. Step back and say, unless it just happens to be a Brunswick Gold Crown, a pristine Brunswick Gold Crown that somebody's selling you for $200. Hey, and it happens. If you run across a deal like that, snag it. But those deals are rare, but they are out there. And again, the objective here is to get the most bang for your buck and get the best pool table that you can get for the money that you have to spend. So, if you find something that you absolutely love, just be patient, and the right deal on that table will come along eventually. I promise you, it will. So don't ever think that you have to take this pool table because you have to have it right now. Unless you're having a party or something like that, and all of your guests are expecting a pool table because you told them that, I promise you I'll have a pool table in by the time we have that party. Well, you might be under the gun to take what's out there, but really you've put yourself in that position. So try not to put yourself in that position to begin with, and try to be in the position where you can just be as patient as necessary for that right deal to come along, and it will. Forgive me here. I'm gonna, again, like I said, I have all of this on my website, billiardsofneworleans.com, and like I said, I will provide the link below. And this is all stuff that you really should read up on. I'll recap right quick. The three main things are: number one, set a budget; number two, do as much research as you possibly can on both the pool table and the people that are doing the work for you; and number three, be patient. Wait for that right deal to come along, because it will. On the next video, I hope to do something else having to do with pool tables. I have an idea. I want to do some education videos, more like this one, where I try to help people identify the different types of pool tables, the different problems that we run across with pool tables, how to fix them. I don't know that I want this to be completely teaching the average person how to go about doing pool tables. It's a bit more complicated than what you may think it is. You do have to be part upholsterer, part stonemason, part woodworker, and, big old strapping mover. Pool tables aren't light. I'm 6'7", weigh 255 pounds. Do your research on this stuff. Check out my website. Read it over. I give a bit more information on my website as to who's who and who you should be looking at to have the service work done on your pool table. So I'll leave you with that for today. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I really appreciate you taking the time to bear with me through my ramblings about pool tables. I hope I've at least been of some assistance to you. I hope I've said something here that rings a bell with you, maybe that you hadn't thought about. Feel free to ask any questions down below. If you have questions about specific pool tables, I'll do my best. Look for my next videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you can stay up to date. We'll see you on the next video. If you like these types of videos, if you're wanting to learn more about pool tables or any of the other things I just mentioned, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to my ramblings. And we'll see you next time.